Let's get our vibes all the way right. Let's get our vibes all the way right. You know, when you ain't got no incense and you try and do your thing, sometimes it can feel like, you know, your mind is not clear. So I like to have my incense, turn on my little light, make it happen. You know, sometimes in life, things don't always go right. Sometimes in life, you're down. Sometimes in life, it looks like nothing's gonna happen. So you gotta get the vibes right. You gotta come back and you gotta readjust. You gotta focus. You gotta get your vibes right. Get your life right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta lock in and focus. Speaking of locking in and focus, Dodgers, what are we doing? We're down 3-2. I'm a believer still. We can win the World Series still. We can make it happen. It looks kind of rough right now. Being down 3-2, going back to Toronto. But hey, anything can happen. I believe in Dodger Magic. I believe in Dodger Magic. Shohei Ohtani, Kike Hernandez, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Alex Call. Come on. What are we doing? Yoshinobu Yamamoto, you a stone cold killer. Stone cold. Come on. Come on, Dodgers. I believe in you now. I believe in y'all boys. I believe in y'all boys. But sometimes, you know, you're down. What up? My name is Ajani, and welcome back to the stew. And welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tapping in, what up? I'm Ajani. My channel is all about family, life, mental health, and becoming the best version of myself. So if that's something that you're into, hey, stick around and let's get it popping. You feel me? Let's tap in, get in with me. Like boss man D-Lo. You want to boss up your life? Ooh, tap in with me. Get in with your boy. But how you guys doing out there? How you guys feeling? Halloween is coming up tomorrow. Also, Game 6 of the Dodgers is coming on tomorrow. Like I said, I believe sometimes in life you're down 3-2. But hey, I'm still going to say Dodgers in 7. Dodgers in 7. I'm a believer. Dodger Magic. What's up? I believe in miracles. I believe in magic and a young boy heart. Yeah, you feel me? I really like that. I'm tapped in with the Dodgers, win, lose, or draw. I support y'all forever. Y'all got a fan forever. I'm a professional fan. Professional fan. I'm rocking with y'all forever. Win, lose, or draw. We doing it. Mookie Betts, we doing it. I ain't tripping about none of that. Being down 3-2, like I said, Dodgers in 7. Dodgers in 7. But anyways, I hope you guys are good. Life right now, whew, it's a little bit hectic. It's a little bit tough. Sometimes sometimes in life, you're a little bit down. And I didn't know how I was going to speak about the things that I was going to speak about today. But you know what? I said to myself, you know what? We're just going to talk about it. We're just going to get into it. So let me just go ahead and let me just start this off and let me just get right into this. The government shutdown. Now, millions and millions of people around the United States of America are currently going through a government shutdown. Now, what's interesting about this government shutdown is that it's being headed by the President of the United States and Congress. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, we pay the government to do their job. We, as the American people, our tax dollars go into this economy to make things happen. Now, for the government being shut down, what's very interesting about this is that taxes aren't shut down, bills aren't shut down, people's lives aren't shut down. People's lives still have to keep going. Now, I've never been one of these people who wanted to dive into politics, but honestly, it's something that I wanted to stay away from because it makes me so angry. It makes me very indignant because you have men and you have women who are sitting in high places and who's not doing right by the people. They take advantage of the people. They steal from the people. They do things all on the under that nobody ever sees. And it's something that's very, very troubling. Now, these princes of darkness, they won't stop until they get exactly what they want. There is no way that the government should be shut down. What we're about to experience is millions of people losing their EBT, their SNAP benefits, because of the government shutdown. Now, I'm gonna keep this real. I done had an Eat Better Tonight card. I done been on food stamps. I done been there. I know what it's like to not have anything. I know what it's like to be ultra poor and not have anything, and you need those food stamps in order to feed your family and to feed yourself. And to know that millions of Americans potentially won't get their SNAP benefits. But the fact that millions of people are potentially not going to be able to eat for the holidays, that's something very troubling to me because that is directly in alignment with the U.S. government. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, right? I'm not going to say anything crazy about him in this video because I don't need nobody showing up at my door saying that I'm trying to do anything weird or anything like that. But what I will say is that I will criticize the way he has done things in America. This man, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm a realist. I see what's directly in front of me. And what I see is an arrogant, what I see is an immature, what I see is a man who's just filled of insecurity. And he will stop at nothing to prove his point to be right. The fact that this man is trying to run for a third term and people are on the board with it, like, yeah, it's absolutely crazy. The Constitution needs to be honored. The Constitution is the Constitution for a reason. Then on top of that, we have DHS, Department of Homeland Security, and Kristi Noem, and the way that she's doing things and the way that she's running the DHS is absolutely crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy. People are being taken up off the streets without any due process. People are being ripped from their families. Their very lives are being literally tore apart. And it's all because of the U.S. government and the Department of Homeland Security when you're paid to protect and serve. And if there are illegal immigrants here in America, I feel like if you're working and you're playing a part and you're handling your business and you're taking care of your family, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I have nothing to say to you. Handle your business. Do your thing. But for people who come here and they want to take advantage of the system, that's not what I'm into. Now, with the government shutdown, these are paid public servants that we pay, that we put in Congress, that we put in those seats. And to see how America is being ran right now is absolutely diabolical. It's crazy. If my camera dies right now, I'm just going to change my battery, but I'm still going to keep going in. It's absolutely diabolical. Over 40 million people are potentially at the risk of not being able to eat for the holidays. And you have people who are sitting in these Congress seats who's doing things like insider trading, who's doing things like shorting the stock system, and they know what's going on in these areas, in these fields. It's absolutely crazy. There is no way somebody on a $200,000 salary should be getting paid millions of dollars every single year. And nobody seems to say anything about it, and they just bat an eye. But it's absolutely crazy because of the resources and the things that people actually need isn't happening. Homelessness in America is absolutely crazy right now. I know here in Los Angeles, even just within just Skid Row and just so many different places, there is a crazy amount of homelessness, and we're supposed to have resources and we're supposed to have things to help these people here in the city of Los Angeles, and that's not even happening. Now, I'm not here to bash or get on anybody's before my camera died. I don't even know what I was saying, but basically, the government shutdown. These are paid public servants. We put these people into Congress, and to see how the U.S. government has ultimately failed the people by simply not doing right by them in so many different ways, there needs to be change. And I personally, I don't know what to do. Like I said, I'm gonna keep this all the way real. I don't know if my family is gonna be able to eat next month. My mom, my little brother, or even my older brother. We all go through the struggle. I even work, and I still go through the struggle. Sometimes it's hard to make ends meet. And if it's hard for me and I work, how hard is it for somebody who doesn't have the same resources that I have? I know there's millions of people out there who are struggling. And I just want to say to everybody out there, like, stay strong, stay in the game. I know it might look rough with the government shutdown for a lot of people, but I ultimately believe that everything works out for the highest good. And I would say, trust the Most High, trust God, trust the things that you believe in, trust the ancestors if that's something that you're into, trust your spirit guides if that's something that, like I said, you're into. Trust all things that are above. Trust the things that are going to be in alignment for you. And just know that even when people are being evildoers and they're not doing right by the people, the eye sees all things. The Creator sees all things. All things. There's nothing that people are doing that goes under the sun. Now, I know I might not look at it, but I live and I breathe and I walk in alignment with the Most High, with the Creator. I believe that everything in this universe is directed by unseen forces and things that are in alignment with helping us for the good. And then there are things that, on the other hand, are working towards our demise as people. And I know that that's very, very real. And I'm going to say to the people out there, trust into the Creator. Just trust into the Creator. These men, these false kings, these politicians, these individuals who are working behind the scenes that you don't even know, just know that your power is very, very minimal. The spirit that's inside of people will always forever live. And I want to see humanity grow and move forward and work together and ultimately win. Now, on so many levels, we have the opportunity to do what's right. The U.S. government has the opportunity to make things right and do right by the citizens who pay their taxes in the United States of America. And I hope that they honor that, and I hope that they do that. And I will say to people who, I don't care if you're Democrat, I don't care if you're Republican, I care about the people. Do right by the people. Don't do things to fill your pockets and be greedy and arrogant and foolish, which a lot of people, they do. But I will say, trust into the Most High. Now, the second thing I want to talk about, and this has everything to do with the government shutdown, I ultimately believe too. So it said that we're supposed to have some interstellar object called the 3-Eye Atlas that's supposed to pass through our solar system within the matter of today and the next few days. Now, this is going viral all over social media. This is something that's being talked about everywhere. I don't know how real it is. I don't know anything about the craft at all, if it is actually a craft. I know that sometimes the algorithm of social media wants to fearmonger people to get people afraid and not to actually live, and they want to focus on things like destruction and doomsday, which I will never, ever promote. But I will say, if there is an interstellar object that's coming into our solar system who potentially might come into Earth. This object is supposed to be said the size of New York City, Manhattan, which is crazy, but I want to say still, the Dogon people of Mali said that we always came from the stars. The ancient Kemetians always said that we came from the stars. Our origin and our beginnings are celestial with the universe. We are beings, we are divine beings having a human experience. And I believe that with the whole Three-Eye Atlas situation, let them come. If it's said to be true, I don't fear anything because I know who I am. I know thyself, and I know that I'm divinity walking in the flesh. Now, other people, they might be fearful and they might be afraid of the things that they might not necessarily understand and the things that they might not necessarily see. But another thing that is very interesting is the whole conversation and the whole creation of the Space Force. Now, NASA has said to activate their planetary defense system for this potential object, and it's supposed to be passing within the next few days. Now, like I said, everything happens for a reason. There's truth, and UFOs, they're absolutely real. I've personally seen a UFO on multiple. I've seen a UFO on multiple occasions. And my experiences were, hey, everything is always in the realm of possibility. I know that my eyes were not deceiving me when I saw what I saw, and one day I will share that experience with you guys. But for Three-Eye Atlas and a potential, let's say, alien invasion, as they want to put it, through social media. Now, I will say to you, whatever happens, and it's so crazy to say it like this, but whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You have to trust and believe into the highest good and know that things are always going to work out. And know that if anything ever does go down, people will fight back. I don't care what we're facing as humanity. The people will fight, and we'll figure out a way. If there's one thing that humanity knows how to do is once we're backed into a corner, we'll fight our way out of it. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but what I say is that just watch for the things in the sky. It's always been shown to us. People are just finally getting hip to it. Look up into the sky. This morning, the stars were all in a circle. They were in alignment, a planetary alignment. I seen it this morning. The solar system, pay attention to it. Now, like I said, if Three-Eye Atlas is real, then let them come. Let's see what it is. The people, we don't need to get wool put over our eyes anymore. I know it's going to freak people out. I know it's going to scare the living shit out of people, but rent's still going to be due on the 1st. Bills are still going to be due. There's still going to be people trying to get into people's pockets, and it makes absolutely no sense. But that's just the reality of the situation. Now, the last thing I want to say is America. Wake up. Wake up. We are in the beginning time of seeing things that people don't necessarily understand with AI. with technology advancing all the time. I live in LA, and me and my mom, we always see the Waymos, the robotic cars always driving around, and it always trips me out. And then sometimes when we order food, the electronic, the robotic delivery driver will come and they'll drop off our food. It's a robot. The advancements, excuse me, the advancements of robotics and technology is only going to get even crazier and crazier and crazier over time. Now, what my fear is, and I know people might say that I'm crazy, is I almost think about Terminator in a real way, because from here on out, for the rest of our lives, we're going to see robotics and technology change every single year. Every single year, we're going to be living with different things that are absolutely insane. In America, they need to wake up. I was born and raised on this soil. To my fellow countrymen, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're Asian, I don't care if you're Filipino, I don't care what you are, what your background is, how much money you have in your bank account. None of that matters to me. America, wake up. As a people, we should be able to collectively come together and find some sort of unity, because it seems like chaos and confusion seems to be the order of business amongst the people. And we are going to see things that are going to be absolutely crazy. One of my greatest fears is that we're going to come to a point in time with the advancements of technology where the earth isn't necessarily going to be housed or inhabited by human beings. It's going to be technology and other organisms. I don't even know, but I can see that in our future, that if the more and more that we depend on these things, we take away from our human experience. Now, if these things help us and help us advance in ways that, that's suitable for us, then good. But my biggest fear is that we're going to lose touch with the human experience that we were all purposed to live. I know that might not make a lot of sense, but I just feel like with the government shutdown, with technology, with things like potential alien invasions, that's a lot on somebody's mental health, like somebody's brain. Like, then knowing that you have to work and live and try to still keep pressing through, knowing that this is absolutely batshit crazy of everything they're talking about. I just pray for people, and I'm concerned, but I'm hopeful for society. Homelessness, separatism, racism, all these issues that cause divide in America, we need a lot of healing. And I don't know how that's going to happen, but there's this AI video that I watched a while ago, and it was like people from the past and what they would tell people in the future. And it was like this English woman She said, "You were not born to be silent." And I want to use my voice to speak up and speak about. I want to use my voice to speak up and speak about things that might not be in my field of topic, because I care about the people, and I might be scared to talk about it. But hey, I'm going to talk about it because I feel like the truth needs to be heard, and I feel like there might be some people out there who might relate to me. I might relate to them, and we could all come together and we could figure this all out. America, wake up. Wake up. We got to do a better job. As a people, because we're going to come into a time and a place to where that's so sad. It almost feels like we're the slave class. It almost feels like, we're just working for these imaginary promissory notes, and nothing really changes for the people. We just keep going in these circles and circles and circles, and taxes are still due, even though the government is shut down. Now, to the people out there, my heart, my soul goes out to you. To anybody out there who is going to go through tough times due to not being able to have potentially their benefits for the holiday season. My heart goes out to you and your family, and to anybody that's affected by the government shutdown. 3i Atlas, I don't know if it is or it isn't going to come, but if it does, there's nothing that we can do about it anyway. In America, we need to wake up. We got to do better. We have these princes of darkness sitting in these positions of power, and they keep just siphoning the energy and the resources from the people, and we don't ever thrive, and we don't ever move forward. And then we have these false leaders and these false kings always putting things into our heads, into our minds, to keep us in fear, to keep us from evolving and advancing as a people. And I pray that everybody out there uses wisdom, and discernment. They know thyself, and that they can have some peace of mind in knowing that everything always works out for the highest good. I don't know what else to say. This video was supposed to be completely different. I was supposed to do low-key like this workout video, but I dislocated my shoulder, and I can't even work out after I had a skin infection. So hey, I'm here. I'm gonna talk about what's real, talk about what's going on in life, and we're never gonna stop. So I want to say thank you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Your boy is Johnny. I'm always gonna be here. Thank you for tapping in with me, for just listening to anything I have to say. I love you. You guys stay happy. Y'all stay nappy. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay cool. Y'all stay popping. Happy holidays. Happy Halloween. Dodgers in 7. Let's make it happen, people. I love you. I appreciate you. Your boy Johnny. I'm out. Peace. Dodgers, I spent 6 hours and 39 minutes watching that whole entire game. Like I said, I believe Dodgers Magic, Dodgers in 7. Come on. Shohei Ohtani, Roki Sasaki, Palelo Roki. Come on, boys. I believe. Peace. All I gotta say, Austin Reeves, Los Angeles Lakers. Look, this is the hardest hat that I've ever, one of the hardest hats that I've ever bought in my life. Look, shout out to Halloween and all that. Because look, check this out. I'm about to blow your mind. I don't know if it's gonna show up. I don't know if it's gonna show up on here, but we just go. Boom. You know what it is gonna show up. Watch this. Oh, it's not gonna show up, but it's glow in the dark, nigga. My hat glow in the dark. Ooh. Yeah. Shout out to that boy Austin Reeves. Shout out to that boy Luka. Shout out to that boy LeBron. Los Angeles Lakers. I'm proud of y'all boys. Now, if you know anything about me, I'm a Lakers fan, I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm a Dodgers fan, and I'm an LA Kings fan. Those are my sports. Those are my guys. So I'm sticking with them. Shout out to the Lakers. Shout out to Mayo Mamba. That boy Austin Reeves dropped a 51-piece nugget. Then he dropped a 41-piece nugget. And then I think last night he had like 23 and like 16 or something like that. That boy been doing this thing. Get that boy the max contract. Give it to him. I'm just saying. Lakers. Lake Show. I'm proud of y'all boys. Dodgers. I'm still proud of y'all boys. Game 7. That's all I need is a Game 7 for y'all to, win in 7. AR-15. Luka. Bron. Get us number 18. You see? This ad say 17. We need that to be 18, or if it's on this, I don't even know what side it's on. Is it on this side? 17-time NBA champ, Los Angeles Lakers. Hey, I'm just saying. Lakers, we're going to get another chip. I promise you. We're going to get another chip. Ugh.